Hi, welcome this YouTube channel. In the first video, I already discussed about SQL Server is an RDBMS and it is working as a client-server architecture. To support this client-server architecture, SQL Server having three network protocols, that is shared memory, TCP/IP, and named pipes. Once you install the SQL Server in your system, by default, shared memory is enabled. This protocol is used to connect database instance from the same system where the SQL Server is installed. So, if you got a question from what is shared memory, then you can simply answer this protocol is used to connect the database instance from the same system where the SQL Server instance is running. As per the Microsoft doc, it says the shared memory protocol is available if the client is connecting to the instance of the database engine once the same computer. If you are working in same system, the shared memory protocol is working internally. You don't need to require to enable this protocol. It is zero configuration protocol. After installation of SQL Server, this will be enabled by default. Hope you got the shared memory. Then we can go to the next protocol, TCP/IP and named pipes. Before TCP/IP, we can discuss the named pipes. Microsoft designed named pipes protocol connecting SQL Server from the local area network, that is from the LAN or from the same system. Once the named pipe protocol enabled through the SQL Server Configuration Manager, then you can access the database instance from the entire LAN local area network, including your server. We can check how enable the named pipes at the end of this video. Then what is named pipes? As per Microsoft, named pipes can be used to provide communication between process on the same computer or between process on the different computer across the network. If the server service is running, all the named pipes are accessible remotely. That means the database server can access remotely entire LAN once the named pipe is enabled. Here is an example for named pipes. We can see the configuration manager. By default, this will be available. Here the server name, pipe and pipe name. The server name indicates the name of the server and pipe name indicates the database instance. Additionally, you can see the SQL/query with this pipe name. Hope you got idea about named pipes protocol. Next, we can check TCP/IP protocol. The TCP/IP protocol, most widely used protocol of SQL Server client-server connectivity. Once you enable the TCP/IP protocol and configuration is completed, you can access the database server from any of the network, that is from LAN over through WAN, that is internet. Once enable TCP/IP, you need to give the correct IP address for this. If you need to access only from the LAN, then local IP address. If you want to access over the internet, then you need to give the static IP address. Moreover, SQL Server is running by default the port number 1433. You need to assign the port number also. These all things you need to configure from the SQL Server Configuration Manager. Once you configure all these things, or apart from this, you need to give access that your firewall need to allow the access for the port number 1433. Then we can check all these things from the SQL Server Configuration Manager. Before the Windows 8 operating system, the configuration manager was available separate application. From 8 onwards, it is available with computer management. So we can search the computer management, open the computer management. This computer manager, at last you can see the services and applications. In the service and applications, here you can see the SQL Server Configuration Manager. Expand this one. All the SQL Server configuration is available here. SQL Server Services. And here last SQL Server Network configuration is available. Expand this one. Just click on this one. You can see the 3 network protocols of your system, of your instance. First one is shared memory. You can check the shared memory. By default it is enabled. The named pipes and TCP/IP is disabled. That means your database can access only from this machine only. Outside access is not available. To enable or disable the shared memory, just double click from this. You can see the enable is yes. Once you check no, this will be disabled. Once you disable the shared memory, the next is restart the system, the database engine will not be stopped. So next, named pipes. This is disabled. To enable this one, double click on here, just click on here, click yes, then apply. The changes will reflect from the next restart only. So here the pipe name, we can see the dot, thus indicates the server pipe, the database insert. At last you can see the SQL/query also. Click OK. Now the named pipe is enabled. The third one is the mostly used protocol is TCP/IP. Same we can do from the TCP/IP also. Double click from here. You can enable here. Yes, just apply. This will reflect after the restart only. Click OK. That is enabled in the background. Then next we need to configure the IP address. Then we need to give the system IP address here, and also need to give the port number 1433. You need to give the correct IP address. Our IP is IP4. You need to give the IP address and port number 1433 and click on the up and OK. Now the database service is ready to connect from outside the system, that means LAN or WAN. So you need to do one more thing. The port number 1433 needed to enable in the firewall in the inbound.outbound for the request and response. In this video we discussed about shared memory, TCP/IP and named pipes. That means shared memory used to client connection from the same machine. Then TCP/IP is most widely used protocol that used to connect from any of the network. The third one, named pipes, is used to connect a database engine from the LAN network. In the next video, I am going to discuss about the database engine. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.